Welcome to Not It, a game by Snowhaven Studios about a girl named Katie who just moved to a new town on Halloween. However, a curse plagues this town every year on All Hallows Eve. She's going to end up trapped in an inn with a collection of odd and interesting characters, and it's up to us to decide how the night plays out. This game was made for last year's Spooktober visual novel game jam. And as we get closer to this year's, this is one I've kind of had in my pocket for a while now, meaning to get to at some point, but as we get closer to this year's Spooktober game jam, figure why not give it a look. Well, here we are. Made it just in time for Halloween, too. Despite today being Halloween, I don't see any decorations as I drive into town. Maybe they aren't big on Halloween here. I pull into the driveway of my new home and get out. My furniture was already delivered, so all that's left is for me to officially move in. I'll need to pick up a few things at the store. Might as well take care of that now. The town is small, so it's just a quick walk to the grocery store. To my surprise, it's closed. I didn't think stores closed for Halloween. Come to think of it, the streets seem pretty empty. It's a small, rural town. Main reason I chose it, but it didn't seem quite this empty when I saw the house before. There's a strange, lifeless feeling in the air, as though the town is almost abandoned. Where is everyone? Most people have already left. I turn around at the sound of the voice and find myself facing a middle-aged man who looks rather puzzled to see me. Sorry, what? Who are you? Are you a visitor? Actually, I just moved here. Oh, that explains it. You see, I'm the mayor, so I'm used to recognizing everyone here. I see. Picked a poor time to move in. Everyone evacuates on Halloween because of the curse. What? I should probably figure out the eye. Here we go. Let's just do that. How many save games? Yeah, lots of save games. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, return. I don't believe in curses. Oh, you're one of those. I'm a rational person. Oh no. Well, I can't force you to evacuate, but you'll be risking your life if you don't. Do you seriously expect me to believe the entire town is evacuated because of some sort of curse? Let me explain. Many years ago, there was a tragic death. Let's leave it at that. Uh-huh. Ever since then, this area has been cursed. How exactly? On Halloween, his spirit returns. He seeks to possess someone and then get his revenge on the town. If this were an Ace Attorney game, Mr. Mayor would be the cause of that tragic death. Probably. That's nothing to do with me. He is indiscriminate when he selects victims. He won't spare you just because you're a stranger here. Guess you can't expect too much compassion from a vengeful spirit, huh? Exactly. You are in as much danger as any of us. Actually supposed to believe this story, or is it just a prank they play on newcomers? Excuse me, I need to make my own preparations to leave. He hurries past me, nearly knocking me over in his haste to get by, and all but runs down the street. It was extremely weird. Yeah, it does seem like people have left town, though. There's gotta be someone else I can ask to find out what's going on. Clearly. Let's go to the police station. The police station is just around the corner from the grocery store, so I head there. To my relief, it's open. Yes? Do you need help? I mainly need information. I just moved into town, you see. You picked a terrible time to do it. Is there really an evacuation? Yes, and if you need any help getting out, just say the word. I'm Officer Mike, and it's my duty to make sure everyone evacuates safely. Why are people evacuating? Did they tell you? It's Halloween. That means the curse will strike soon. If I were you, I'd get out of here while you still can. Officer, surely you don't believe this town is cursed. I've been here long enough to know there are some things that just can't be explained. You've seen proof of the curse, then? Yes, and it's all been recorded at the Historical Society. Now, unless you need help, I need to finish up a few things here and then check to make sure everyone is evacuated. I see. Thank you for your time. Historical Society, huh? I mean, there's a legitimate reason to be concerned around this time of year. Might as well see what I can learn. I find the Historical Society pretty easily, and to my surprise, it's still open. Can I help you with something? Considering the way the rest of the town is right now, I'm surprised anyone's here. I'll be closing up soon. I don't believe we've met before, though. I'm Willow. Oh, hello. Katie, I just moved into town. Oh my, and a day of all days. I was told I could learn more about the curse if I came here? That's right. This is the Historical Society, after all, so you can find everything related to our town's history here. And it's really true that people evacuate the town every Halloween? Yes. It's been going on so long now, I'm amazed people around the country don't know about it. This is so weird. Clearly. Oh shit. Curse's origins. Where should I look to find information about the curse's origins? Oh, you want to look all the way in the back at the newspaper articles from the 1800s. That long ago, huh? I head to the back of the room. There are documents and records of the town's history all over the place, but they become fewer and fewer the deeper I go. Soon I reach a small section marked 1800s. There's very little here, but a few yellow newspaper articles have been carefully preserved. First one is from November 1st, 1832. Hermit hiding on Halloween? 29-year-old Matthew Hare, known to be a recluse by his neighbors, was reported missing late last night, Halloween, after his house was found unexpectedly empty by trick-or-treaters attempting to break in. Police discourage the act of trespassing, but are asking anyone with any information on his whereabouts to report to the sheriff's office. We move to the next newspaper. November 14th, 1832. Matthew Hare found dead after vanishing on Halloween. Police had no leads on the disappearance of the 29-year-old Matthew Hare until last night. The body was discovered in the woods roughly a quarter mile outside of town by police just after nightfall. As it suggested, Hare had been beaten to death at an unknown location before being transported to the place he was eventually found. The investigation is ongoing. Another article from December 6, 1832 is carefully preserved beneath it. Cold case. It's been almost 4 weeks since the death of 29-year-old Matthew Hare, and the police are still searching for suspects in his suspected murder. Ah, yes. Hare was reclusive, the sheriff said when questioned about their lack of progress. This makes it difficult to pin down his movements or any enemies he might have had. Hare had been considered strange by many local residents, and when asked, admitted to being a little relieved he's no longer around. After a month of searching, they didn't have any leads and were considering dropping the case. The next few articles have nothing to do with the curse, only the town's history. But at last I spot the name Hare again. What? This one is from October 20th, 1833. That's almost a year later. Hare murder is finally caught. After a year, there's been a new break in the Matthew Hare murder investigation. A group of 5 people, 4 teenagers and 1 adult, came forward Monday and confessed to assaulting and murdering Hare almost a year ago. The attack took place earlier that Halloween night while Hare was walking down the road back toward his house from downtown. God, that voice. Afterwards, they relocated his body to the woods. Some of the attackers state they came forward with a confession so long after the incident because, in their words, Hare placed a curse on the town. According to the attackers, Hayes used his dying breath to curse not only his killers but the entire town, blaming everyone here for what happened to him and that he swore to get his revenge the next Halloween. Something weird about him, one boy confessed. I honestly think he meant it. Police have yet to comment on any supernatural implications of Hayes' death. Finally, there's one more right beside it, from November 1st, 1833. Friend from the grave? 5 culprits in the Hare murder, who had been awaiting trial, died late last night. God on duty shot all 5 of them before killing himself. The officer had no known ties to Matthew Hayes, so his motives are unknown. Police declined to comment on the possibility that this was Matthew Hayes' promised revenge. That's how it all started, huh? Evidence. Why not? Where should I look to find evidence of the curse? Evidence? That would be scattered throughout our history. 10 years ago was when the evacuation started. 10 years ago, huh? Most of the documents and records on display seem to be highlighting the high points, or low points in this case, of the town's history. There's a man nearby reading some of them, but he doesn't look up as I pass. Finally, I reach a framed notice from about 10 years earlier. Stay safe this Halloween! In light of incidents throughout the years suggesting Matthew Hayes' curse of the town is real and will affect anyone within the town's borders, it is requested that everyone evacuate on October 31st. This evacuation is voluntary, but highly encouraged. Police will help pay for any expenses. Curse appears to be restricted to the town and its immediate surroundings. Going at least 10 miles away is recommended. It will be safe to return to town on November 1st. These pay for people's expenses? They're really serious about this. Finally, spending all that shit on something actually useful instead of tanks and more weapons. Near the notice, there's a magazine article titled "The Halloween Curse: How a Dead Man Terrified Citizens of a Small Town." Do curses really exist? The inhabitants of this small town would tell you yes without a doubt. The story of this curse goes back to a man who died centuries earlier on Halloween and supposedly cursed the entire town with desires for revenge. Ever since then, strange, tragic incidents have happened on Halloween. A prison guard who murdered all of his prisoners before turning the gun on himself. A mother who killed her children and 2 neighbors. A stranger from out of town who went on a shooting spree. Circumstances are always different, but in every case the culprit claims to have no memory of the crime. As each Halloween passed with a new tragedy, people began to whisper it was the dead man's spirit possessing a person, each year to exact revenge. It matches what the mayor told me. The articles related to the curse document the incidents mentioned in the magazine article, among others. Something awful happened every Halloween. I guess it's not surprising they started to believe in the curse. That's enough research. I think I understand enough now. Good, because it's just about closing time. Getting out of town to avoid the curse, huh? Actually, I don't believe in the curse. Oh. How do you explain all the evidence? Evidence? It's all circumstantial. A few bad things happen on Halloween, and people see a pattern where there isn't one. Oyashiro-sama. Didn't something happen every Halloween, though? Coincidence. Besides, once people started talking about the curse, that must have fed into it. I mean, why not? I don't believe in it either. That's a relief. I'm starting to think I was the only one. Glad to know someone else sees how irrational it is. How can you say that? The man who had been reading historical documents turns away from the displays to fix us with a furious glare. The curse exists! Doubting the curse is asking for trouble! Calm down, Joseph. Calm down? Disbelief like yours is what gets people killed! I'm going to evacuate, so don't worry. You evacuate even though you don't believe in the curse? What else am I gonna do? Spend the night all alone in an abandoned town? With everyone else gone, then there would be legitimate things to worry about. Huh. Why? Aren't you planning to leave? course I will. That's the first logical thing you've said. Do you have a car? If not, you can come with me and my friend Rita. Where do people go anyway? Some visit relatives, some plan trips for this time of year. Well, let's just go to the next town over, though. It's about 20 miles away. The hotel there loves the business. I'll bet. The door opens and a woman pokes her head in. Churchgoer, if anyone needs to carpool with me, you better hurry. I think everyone else is gone, and I won't wait much longer. That's Rita. I don't drive. I used to go with her. Now don't leave without me! Races out of the Historical Society, and Willow and I follow. Oh. What in the world? My tires! She stares in horror at the car parked along the curb. Two of its tires are flat. Pardon. My tires! It was fine just a minute ago. Oh god, it's happening already! Calm down. Calm down! Calm down! We're all gonna die! I accidentally saved twice again. You can take my car. Bless you, darling. You're a lifesaver. They follow me up the road toward my new house. Can't say I'm crazy about this, but they're so upset, I'd feel bad not helping them out. I reach the driveway, I glance up at the house. I haven't even gotten to properly move in yet. Unless I want to hand over my car to someone I just met, I have no choice but to go with them. Reach into my coat pocket for my keys. The keys are gone. Huh? Something wrong? My keys are gone. What? First my tires and now her keys. It started already. No, 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 no! There's a logical explanation. Yes, I'm sure there is. Such as... I was a little weirded out when I got here, so I probably dropped them without realizing. Oh, sure, sure! You just happened to drop your keys and notice on today of all days! Hey, it makes a lot more sense than a curse. Hey, do you hear that? What? Sounds like a car engine running somewhere. A car? And it's running. I take off together in the direction of the sound. Willow and I follow. I might not believe in the curse, but I sure am curious to see how this all plays out. No. Find the car downtown. It's parked outside a small brick building with a sign that declares it to be the local inn. Oh, the owner must be inside. Let's hope it isn't the killer. As a group, we walk towards the inn doors. What? Man is standing just inside the inn. Finally, some people. Hey, what's going on around here? Who are you? Can we use your car? What's with you guys? You must be from out of town, aren't you? Yeah, the name's Vinny. Came here looking for a room. There's no one here. This is an inn, isn't it? It is, but everyone else is already evacuated. We're the only ones left. Whoa, evacuated? What's going on? Never mind that, let's just go. Yes, I quite agree. Vinny, can we use your car? We're seriously evacuating the town? Sure, fine. You guys know more about it than I do. Shaking his head, he walks to the inn door and pushes. Huh? Is something wrong? Door won't open. Must have it backwards. He pulls the door instead, but it still doesn't budge. What in the... You're telling me we're locked in? What? Joseph pushes past all of us and throws himself against the door. He struggles with it frantically, trying to get it open. Panicking won't help. Need to deal with this logically. Logically? Are you insane? We're still here on Halloween, and someone locked us in. First Venus tires, then my keys, and now this. No, it's really starting to seem like someone is trying to keep us here. It's happened already. He's already possessed someone. And we're his next victims. It almost locked accidentally. Accidentally? How many times have you accidentally locked yourself in a public building? Katie's right. It's strange, but when he rushed in here, he must have locked it by mistake. Had someone fill me in. He say someone was possessed. As if you don't know. Huh? Joseph, what are you implying? That it's him. That's what I'm implying. He's the one who lured us in here. Whoa, lured. Get real. If it wasn't for you, at least we could leave on foot. Now we... A slow creak somewhere above us makes him fall silent. All exchange glances. Sound like someone walking around upstairs. Another creak comes from above us, followed by a thud. Someone else is in here. No one came when I rang the bell. I've just been the wind knocking the shutters around. Wait, but there aren't any further sounds on the second floor. Should we go see? No! Honestly, I think we should focus on trying to get this door open. That's our real problem. Well, I'm going upstairs. Is anyone coming with me? Why not? Let's go. I'll go too. Thank you, dear. Leaving Willow, Joseph, and Vinny to work on the door, Rita and I head up the inn's creaky staircase. Top of the stairs, the hallway goes in two directions, with each wing of the inn having 4 rooms. Hello? There's no answer. The second floor is silent. We probably should check the rooms, just to be sure. I agree. Do you think we should stick together? Probably can cover more ground if we split up. Obviously, we gotta stick together. It's probably safest if we stick together. Besides, there aren't that many rooms. Good point. Suppose we should start from the beginning with room 1. Hardly matters in an inn this size. Walk together into the left wing and open the first door. Small inn room looks cozy and also completely abandoned. Check the second room with the same results. Open the third door and look inside. What the? Officer Mike? Oh, Officer Mike. I'm so happy to know it was you we heard walking around up here. What are you folks doing here? I figured I was on my own. Came here because we saw a car outside. A car? You mean there's someone else here? There's quite a few of us now, actually. Came upstairs because we heard noises and didn't realize that anyone else was in here. Why are you here, anyways? Frank fell down in one of the rooms and hurt his leg. In searching the other rooms to find something he could use for a crutch. Just enough to get him downstairs and outside. Frank? He's the innkeeper. We might as well stop looking for a crutch until we know if we can get the door open. What? The inn door is locked. We're stuck inside unless we can get it open. That's odd. Go talk to Frank. He must know where the key is. Mike leads us to the other wing, into room 5. Inside, an elderly man is sitting on the bed. Any luck? Not yet, but I'm afraid we have worse news. These folks say the inn door locked and trapped them inside. Gah! Shouldn't be possible without the keys. Where are the keys? I'll see if I can get the door open. Always keep them with me. reaches into his pocket and tosses a set of keys to Mike. The big brass one is for the front door. Huh. Those are the only keys. Yep. You're sure? Yep. There's no way to lock the inn without them. Yep. Huh. Doubt. Wait here, Frank. I'll be back for you as soon as we get the door open. As if I'm going anywhere. Whoa. Downstairs in the lobby, Willow and Vinny are standing by the door. Doesn't look like they've made any progress. Joseph paces nearby, looking miserable and even more distressed than when he left. They look up. Officer Mike! It turns out he's the one we heard. He was helping Frank. Frank's here too? He hurt his leg, so he's still upstairs for now. However, he has the keys to the front door, so he should be able to get out of here. If what Frank said is true, it doesn't make sense that the door could have locked behind us. Keys? You have keys? We're saved! Mike hurries down the stairs and over to the door while Rita and I follow. Take the large brass key and inserts it into the lock. It fits smoothly. Then he twists it and tries the door. Nothing happens. That's strange. Tries again. The key works, but it still won't open. Just broken. I don't see any sign of damage, but it's possible. What? Someone jammed something into the lock to break it. It can be done. Surely we'd have noticed before if it was one of us. Would we have? We were all so anxious to get inside and see who was here. Still, someone breaking the lock would be pretty hard to miss. But not impossible. What do you have in that purse of yours? Maybe the tools needed to break a lock? Are you crazy? Calm down, all of you. Accusing one another won't get us anywhere. Let's sit down and talk about this rationally. What to sit and talk? You should be finding a way to bust out. One of us really is possessed by the spirit of Matthew Hayer. A situation like that is exactly what could give him the opening he needs to claim a victim. Or force someone to panic and do something irrational. Best thing we can do is keep an eye on one another until morning comes. Walks into the inn's common area and sits down. After a moment, the rest of us all do the same. I don't like being trapped here. Really a chance one of us did it on purpose. For a while, we just all look at each other. Well, at least we can all agree that I didn't do it. Why? You were here first. You all came in after the door was working fine then. And you all had your eyes on me the entire time. There's a point there. Yeah, but how do we know you didn't rig it so it would break after a set amount of time? Gotta be kidding me. We can sit here throwing around what-ifs all night, but it won't get us anywhere. Does anyone have any proof, any hard evidence that might point toward a culprit? It's Willow. Excuse me? You're the one who noticed Vinny's car. If not for you, none of us would be in here. That's your hard evidence. I point out a car we might be able to use to escape. He couldn't use it to escape because we got locked in here. He has a point. We didn't know. You're always denying the curse exists, too. That's the perfect cover for Matthew Hare. Use your natural behavior to make us all lower our guard. I'll admit, it does look like more evidence points toward Will than anyone else right now. Really? This is unbelievable. Are you going to kill me? No. Lies, I know you are. I'd always known I'd die this way. Now calm down, no one needs to die. What do you recommend we do? Nothing. Sorry, what? No one tries anything, nothing needs to be done. As long as we keep an eye on each other for the rest of the night, nothing can go wrong. I'm certainly not going to try anything. No, don't believe it. I don't believe it. Calm down. Read the stories. I know how it'll be. Just wait until you fall asleep and then... I will not fall asleep while guarding you, I promise. You can say that now, but we'll be the ones to pay the price. Lunges at Willow, raising a hand. Whoa, what the fuck? No! Two guns fire at the same time. What? Joseph's body falls limp to the ground. Jesus! What? Mike and Vinny both have guns drawn, aimed at Joseph. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Can't believe he tried to kill you. That seems a little of an aggressive response. I know, oh my goodness. Does this mean Joseph was the one possessed? I'd like to believe so. Just a minute. Why does this guy have a gun? The commotion seems to have motivated Frank enough for him to painfully hobble his way downstairs. Me? What's it to you? Seems awfully suspicious. Uh-oh. Oh my, now that I think about it, Vinny is the whole reason we're trapped in the inn. Vinny? You acting sus, bro. I see, so there's a chance Joseph was merely frightened, not possessed. You're all nuts. Please stay calm. I stopped at a small town on my way home to be with my family. Nice little town to spend Halloween, or so I think. Next thing I know, I locked him in an inn with a bunch of crackpots who believe one of them is possessed. Yeah, I know how you feel. Nothing has happened here tonight that can't be explained away by paranoia. He has a point. Yes, I quite agree. There's no curse. Everyone is just letting their fear override their common sense. You have no real reason to suspect me of anything. Then you won't mind sitting with us here all night long? Yes. I don't want to be rude, but it seems to be you're awfully eager for us to all stay together overnight. Is there a problem? It seems like the safest solution to me. It's just, we'll probably fall asleep. You're trained to stay awake even when you're tired, aren't you? I can assure you, I'll be awake to protect everyone. To protect us? Or to kill us? Oh boy. You actually suspect me? Matthew Hare could possess anyone, even you. Have I given you any reason to suspect me? You just shot a man dead. Well, it just occurred to me that you were upstairs when we got here. We didn't know that for a while. Could have done something to the door ahead of time to trap us here. It's absurd. It's possible. I hate to mention it, but I couldn't help but notice how interested you were in picking someone to blame, too. What are you talking about? I was trying to get to the bottom of this whole thing. Still, if all we have to do is sit together, it doesn't matter who we think is possessed. Asking so many questions just makes us suspicious of one another. Fine. What do you want me to do? think it would feel much safer if you were locked in another room. Want to lock me in another room? Suppose the rest of you will be out here together. Does anyone else find it just a bit suspicious that Rita wants me, the person who has vowed to defend all of you, locked up so I can't reach you? What are you implying? She jumps to her feet. Mike also stands. He draws his gun. Oh no. I'm saying I think the real person Matthew Hare has possessed is you, Rita. No, it really is you, isn't it? And he jumps to his feet as well. He has his gun drawn again. He aims it at Mike, but he hesitates. A second now, Mike will shoot Rita. Then he shoots him first. We'll save her, but Mike might die instead. Oh boy. Don't do it. Mike knows what he's doing. I believe he's possessed. His plan was a good one, and Rita's objection is suspicious. You have to trust him. Don't do it. And he glances at me, then slowly lowers his gun. Mike fires his, oh shit, well, okay. Hits Rita in the chest, and she staggers backwards. I don't know what you were planning, but I won't let it happen. I wasn't planning anything. Well, this was probably a bad idea. Mike fires again. Jesus! This is horrible. I don't think I want to live here anymore. Rita goes still. Mike turns to us. I'm sorry. You really think it was her? Oh no. She might have just been scared like Joseph. Guess we're all sitting around together after all, huh? Just hanging out with two dead bodies. Yes, I think that is for the best. I sure hope it's over. It's a long, tense night together. Managed to get any sleep at all. Morning arrives and all of us who are sitting together are still alive. It's a welcome relief. Soon people begin returning to town. If they're able to break us out of the inn. Technically, this is my home now. I should get on with moving in as I'd intended to do. The memories of what happened at the inn still haunt me. Everyone says we were lucky to get away with only 2 people dying. Consider us fortunate. I feel fortunate at all. One way or another, I'm getting out of this town as soon as I can. Maybe then the nightmares will stop. Yeah, I don't blame you. Don't blame you at all. Oh. And here's the team. I'm gonna say... for a short game jam style game, backgrounds are all really neat. But I really absolutely love the character design. Just that art style. It's really unique to me. It stands out. Ah. So I guess there's 4 degrees of endings here. I don't know if we can... okay, we just load. Load? Load. Obviously. Shoot! Mike's out of control. He can actually shoot Rita right now. We need to stop him, no matter the cost. Do it! Do it! Vinny fires the gun. His shot grates at the back of Mike's head. Oh jeez. Mike turns, raising the gun to fire back at Vinny. Oh shit. Vinny shoots a second time, then a third, then a fourth, until Mike collapses. God, you're my life. Thank you. Thank you. She covers her face and starts sobbing. Officer Mike, can't believe it was him. Just can't believe it. At least we can rest easy now. It had to be him, you know. Give you all rooms free of charge. Uh-oh. He says it likes the joke. I don't think anyone feels much like laughing right now. It's a long night. A few moments of sleep I've managed to get are disturbed by nightmares. Last, morning arrives. Soon people begin returning to town. They're able to break us out of the inn, much to my relief. Technically, this is my home now. I should get on with moving in, as I'd intended to do. Still haunt me. Feel fortunate at all. One way or another, I'm getting out of this town as soon as I can. Maybe then the nightmares will stop. And alas, we're ready to leave. Let's do a max curse run, shall we? What curse? Oh dear, you mean no one told you? Told me what? I thought I made it clear that everyone was supposed to... Oh, you bought the McKellis house, didn't you? Yes, why? Old McKellis was intent on getting out of here. No wonder he didn't tell you about the curse. Probably thought you wouldn't buy the place if you knew. Still don't understand what's going on. Let me explain. Okay. That makes sense why we don't know about it. Why Halloween? It's the anniversary of his death. The spirit celebrates his death by wreaking havoc on random people. Perhaps it is when his rage is most fierce. Am I actually supposed to believe this story, or is it just a prank they play on newcomers? Good question. This time, let's go to the church. A church seems like a good place to ask about curses, so I head to the church. It's nearly empty, although not entirely. Oh, hello. Are you here to pray before leaving as well? Not exactly. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I just moved here. It's good to meet you. I'm Rita. My, you picked a bad day to arrive, didn't you? I didn't realize moving in on Halloween would be an issue. I'm Katie, by the way. You mean no one warned you about the curse? How terrible. There really is a curse, then. Yes, and if you know what's good for you, you'll get out with the rest of us. It's all so strange. You have doubts, do you? I have to admit I do, yes. Well, just head over to the Historical Society and you'll learn everything you need to know about the curse. Ah, okay. Thank you. Alright, here we are. Interestingly, if we reread... Oops, I keep accidentally saving. Evacuation notice. Halloween. Down borders. 31st. Okay, so we just... Okay, so we just reread everything we've seen so far. Alright, simple enough. We're doing a high curse run, but... I'm not surprised you say that. Most people believe it in, after all. I've gotten used to being the only one who doubts. Doesn't it bother you? Not really. Other people's superstition can't change what I believe. How could you say that? Hi, Joseph. Now, guess you're out of luck. How could you be so cool about this? Panicking won't help. Ooh, this is the rational choice. You only say that because you're new around here. You can't stay here on Halloween. What are you going to do? Stop panicking and look over there. Went toward a small brick building with a sign that declares it to be the local inn. Yep, okay, so if we're calm, I'll be happy to get out of here. All this talk about curses is giving me the creeps. Okay, hi, Vinny. Ooh. I feel like offering our car is the curse choice. Okay. There's a curse in this town. A curse? Yes, if we don't get out of here this instant, we're all going to die. Calm down. Are you guys on the level? Did you notice that there's no one else in town, right? I really need your help. Fine, whatever. You people seem desperate, so I'll help you out. Shaking his head, he walks to the hidden door and pushes. And we're locked. Huh? Something wrong? Yeah, we're locked. I was willing to consider what the possibility that what happened to my tires was a coincidence, but now I'm not so sure. I wonder if this is because we didn't go for Katie's car. It's happening already. It's already possessed someone, and where his next victims? My curse run. It's definitely suspicious. Stranger coincidences have happened in the past. We don't need to lose our heads over it. Did you have to say it that way? Did you really have to? Yes. Could someone fill me in? You say someone was possessed. As if you don't know. Huh? Joseph, what are you implying? It's him. That's what I'm implying. He's the one who lured us in here. Whoa, lured, get real. Okay. Been through this. Let's stay here this time. Rather stay here. Anyone else? Don't look at me. I told you I want to focus on getting this door open. Oh dear. Are you really all going to make me go up there alone? I don't get it, but if you're that worried, I'll go with you. Might as well. Thank you. You're a kind young man. Uh-huh. Sure, go upstairs with the stranger who just so happened to show up and lure us all to the inn. Would you quit implying things about me? I didn't even know what was going on until you people barged in. I like that expression on Katie's face. So you say. I would much rather have Vinny with me than go up there alone, so I'll take my chances. Vinny snorts but follows Rita toward the staircase. The stairs creak as the two of them head upstairs, leaving the three of us alone. Willow crouches in front of the door and inspects it. Huh. So the door locks from the inside. There's a keyhole. I assume there's a keyhole on the outside as well. So no matter which side you're on, you need a key to unlock it. That's right. Wait a minute, if that's true, then there's no way we accidentally locked it ourselves. Yeah, I was expecting a thumb turn or deadbolt, but don't see anything like that. It wouldn't make any sense for that to be on the outside. If the door is locked, then someone must have locked it intentionally using a key. Now do you believe me? This is the curse! That's nonsense. You're really so confident, even with everything that's happened to us? I'll admit things are starting to seem a bit dangerous, but as long as we keep our heads and work together, we'll get through this. Be prepared for anything. The killer's probably watching us now, waiting, deciding which of us will kill first. Would you stop saying things like that? Excuse me if I find it difficult to stay calm at a time like this. Please calm down. Why? So you can explain how there's no curse and it's entirely coincidental that someone locked us into the inn after removing our transportation? No, because if we can get out of here, we can take Vinny's car. Assuming he doesn't murder us. Stop that. You can't mistrust Vinny just because he's a stranger. You need to find the key for this door. Get the key, let's just bust down the door and break a window. There's no time to turn to vandalism. Better than being dead. She used to be party to such things. Oh, okay. I will be party to such things. We can break a window and get out of here. That's probably our best option. Good! They must have a hammer or something, right? Ah, that's why Joseph had a hammer when he came down before. He hurries toward a door marked staff. With an apologetic look back at Willow, I follow him. The door leads to a large, dark storage room. I turn on the lights, but the dim bulb barely offers any illumination. Great. Follow Joseph through the room, looking at the boxes and shelves around for anything that might help us break the window. When he suddenly turns around. Do you think it's her? What? I've already been here long enough for the spirit to possess someone. So who is it? Willow? Why her? Think about it. She keeps insisting there's no curse. Maybe it's him. Wants us to lower our guard. Begins pacing back and forth. Yes, and she's the one who pointed out Vinny's car. It's her fault we're trapped in here. Oh boy, we can kill... Dark route first. You might have a point. You see? Runs his hand through his hair. What are we going to do about it? It's probably only a matter of time before she starts killing. Just focus on breaking out of here. Look. Runs to a shelf along the far wall and picks up a hammer. That should do it. Yes, this is perfect. Clutches the hammer against his chest. Are you okay? I'm not going to die here. I'm not. He steps closer to me, still holding the hammer like a lifeline. I can use this. What? This will be enough if we sneak up on her from behind. Wait, are you suggesting we kill Willow? It's the only thing we can do, unless you have a plan to hold out until morning. You're right, it's our only choice. We need to act quickly before the others come back downstairs. They might not understand. Might try to stop us. Let's go. We return together to the inn lobby. Are you really going to break one of the windows? We need to get out of here. I don't like it. Joseph is watching her with wide eyes, his knuckles white from the tight grip he has on the hammer. He turns around and he charges at her, hammer raised to strike. I'm sorry, Willow. Remains silent and still as Joseph closes in on her. By the time she notices, it's too late. His hammer slams down on the back of her skull with a sickening crack. She drops to the ground, but he attacks her again and again until she falls limp. It's over. He stares at the gore-covered hammer in his hand. Jesus. Yep, worst possible outcome, but believing too much in the curse. It's over. Really believe Willow was possessed? Just too much of a coward to stand against him. We're safe now, right? We're safe? We're safe. Thank God, but we need to hide the body. You weren't going to tell the others she was possessed? No, they may not believe it, and they might. He shakes his head frantically and grabs Willow's feet, dragging her towards the storage room. He opens the door and shoves her inside. After a moment, he throws the bloody hammer into the room as well. And as he closes the door, the staircase creaks. His eyes widen and we both look up. Rita leads the way down the stairs, followed by Vinny, a man in a police uniform, and an older man who they're helping. Turns out we heard Officer Mike upstairs. He was trying to help Frank because Frank hurt his leg and couldn't get out. I understand you folks have had some trouble with the door. Don't worry, I've got the key. Thank God we're saved. Oh, where's Willow? She said she needed to do something, alone. She went off. Waves his hand vaguely towards the door that leads to the inn's dining area and kitchen. It was pretty bad. So uptight all the time anyway, that would have given us away for sure. Now that's strange. I wonder what she could be up to. Who knows? Oh no. Well, let's see if we can get this door open. Mike helps Frank limp over the door. Frank pulls out a set of keys and inserts the largest key into the lock. Goes in easily and he tries the door. Nothing happens. What'd you people do? Something wrong? It's not locked. You broke it. Excuse me? Tried the key and nothing happened. The door was broken. Someone did that intentionally? It's absolutely possible. Timing here is the curious thing. The door was fine until you came in. Do you mean someone sabotaged the lock once we were already inside? Yes, that's likely. Although, let me guess, more bad news. I've seen enough over the years to make me believe the curse is real. Matthew Harris possessed someone. He wouldn't just trap us somewhere. It could have been one of us. Us could have waited until the others were distracted and sabotaged the lock. No, I'm sure we're safe now. We're safe now. We have to be safe in here. Gives him a concerned look, then turns back to Mike. Let's sit down and talk this over. Best thing we can do is keep an eye on one another until morning comes. He helps Frank into the inn's common area and sits down alongside him. But what about Willow? That's right. Didn't she give you any indication of where she was going? Not really. I really feel bad about this, because Willow seemed really nice. Sure, she's fine. Probably wanted to be alone, away from us, just in case we killed her. But Willow never believed in that curse. She went off on her own, then... Brace myself. What if she's been possessed? Ah, that's not what I expected. That is a distinct possibility. He stands up. I'll go look for her. Everyone else stay in here. Joseph's eyes nearly pop out of his head and he shakes it rapidly. No, it's not safe for you to be alone either, especially if she's... He laughs nervously. I'll go with you. Alright, if you're sure you're up to it. What will happen if Mike goes off alone with Joseph to find Willow? Dead body reported. Let them go. Watch silently as Joseph shuffles after Mike deeper into the inn. Certainly hope Willow isn't possessed. At least then we'd know. You all keep talking about possession and a curse, but I don't quite get it. Rita and Frank launch into an enthusiastic explanation about the curse and the lives it's claimed over the years. Keep thinking about Willow's body in the storage room. Can't believe what's happening here. That girl, Willow, she seemed friendly enough. Do you really think she's out there planning our deaths? I'd rather not believe it, but on Halloween you could never tell. It wouldn't really be Willow after all. Must admit it's suspicious that she went off on her own for no reason. I don't really know she did. Just have their word for it. Just trust us. Just trust two people who I never met before. Right. You're one to talk. Eh? You're a stranger here, too. How do we know we can trust you? What? I was with you when the girl disappeared. Seems to me you're pretty suspicious trying to turn us against each other and all. That's what you think I'm doing? Yep. I'm sure Frank just means we should trust one another so we get out of this alive. Yes, just try to trust one another. We sit there together as the time passes and Mike and Joseph still don't return. We'll be keeping them. We gotta just sit around here and search for the girl ourselves. I say we need more people who might stumble onto the body. Some of us can't walk, remember? Oh, yes, it would be irresponsible of us all to go off and leave him here alone. Fine, then you wait here with him. Not safe for you to go wandering off on your own either, especially not if Willow's possessed. I won't go far. Nods toward the lobby. Saw another door out there before. Might as well check it out in case she somehow got in there. My heart leaps into my throat. It's going to go into the storage room. Stay behind and turn them against him. Force myself to stay calm and pretend nothing's wrong. Chasing after Vinny will only make things worse. As he's gone, I lean closer to Rita and Frank and lower my voice to a whisper. If you ask me, he's pretty suspicious. Do you really think so? You heard how he was trying to turn us against one another, didn't you? Why is he so interested in finding Willow first? Huh. Yet, he's the one who lured us in here. We saw his car and ran straight into a trap. What do we do, then? I bet. Take a deep breath to steady myself for this lie. I bet he's going to kill Willow, then come back and pretend he found her dead so we'll all start questioning each other. Makes sense. Ah! Need to be prepared for him. Is that room locked? Yep, but what's the point? If he's off to kill Willow, he won't stay in there like he said. Probably was just an excuse to get away. What can we do? Yeah. Tosses her his set of keys. Go around to the counter at the lobby. The little silver key there unlocks a cabinet. My shotgun is inside. All right. Murder is legal, October 31st. She hurries away. Frank and I wait together. Seconds tick by while I wonder if this will really work. Suddenly, a shotgun blast rings through the air. Rita! Go see. Run into the lobby and find Rita standing with a shotgun in her hand. Vinny lies in a pool of blood at her feet. He came out right as I got it. He was shouting, Willow, she's in there. It's okay now. Sudden footsteps behind us make my heart leap into my throat again, but it's Joseph. What happened? Figured out Vinny was possessed. We're too late to save Willow, but Rita stopped him. Oh! Nods rapidly, eyes lighting up. Good. Now I can go free Mike. Locked him up because Vinny threatened me. Said he'd kill me if I don't get Mike out of the way. What terrible. Let's go get Mike while Rita tells Frank the good news. Where's Mike? Mike's a bit skeptical when we let him out of the kitchen storage room. He accepts the story once he hears it from all of us. Frank gives us rooms for the night, joking that they're free of charge due to the circumstances. I lock my door, but I can't sleep. I'm responsible for 2 murders. It'll really all be over tomorrow. Stood by while Willow was killed and helped kill another person to cover it up. It's like I've been trapped in a nightmare. It's a long, restless night. I barely get any sleep. I do manage to drift off. Nightmares torment me. With the arrival of the morning, everyone else begins to return to town. Soon they're able to break us out. Everyone says we were lucky to get away with only 2 people dying, especially since they believe in our story that Vinny was possessed. Consider us fortunate. Don't feel fortunate at all. Technically, this is my home. I can't stay here when I keep remembering what I did. Or another, I'm getting out of this town as soon as I can. Then the nightmares will stop. Oh. Interesting, this is just another outcome. Where we move away. Let's go with him and stop him, see what happens. I jump up. Be safe if we stay in pairs. I'll go with you. Sure, whatever. Follow Vinny into the lobby, leaving Frank and Rita behind. Walk straight for the door marked staff. Probably there he crouches and frowns at the floor. Hey, there's blood here. Should have gone this way. No, oh no. He's already suspicious of our story. As soon as he sees Willow's body, he'll suspect us. Well, this could only go well. Come on. Wait until Vinny opens the door. Once he takes a step inside, I tackle him from behind. What? I clamp one hand over his mouth and struggle with him, not entirely sure what to do from here. Vinny reaches into his jacket for something. It's a gun! Pulls out the gun, still trying to shake me off, and I dig my fingernails into his wrist as hard as I can. Ah! His grip loosens just enough for me to knock the gun free. It slides across the floor, and we scramble after it, past Willow's body. Willow! Wait, then you? I grabbed the gun and pointed at him. Just promise you won't say anything about this. I won't shoot. Sure I won't say a word. Go back into the lobby. But he lifts his hands into the air and walks back through the door. I follow. Shut the door again so no one else sees the body. Turn to shut the door. One of distraction is all that he needs. Turns and slams me into the wall. Oof! Help! She! Panicked, partly pinned by him, I fire the gun. The bullet rips through his stomach, and he stumbles away. Now we're not only an accessory to murder, but we are a murderer. Footsteps race toward us from the lobby. Fire a second time, and Vinny drops. Katie, what's going on? He attacked me once we were alone. I had to defend myself. He was such a nice man, too. Maybe he was possessed. Guess he must have been. Breathe a sigh of relief. Too late, I realized I never managed to shut the door. Rita frowns at the partly visible storage room and walks toward it. What? She takes a few more steps until she's inside the room. Uh-oh. Willow! Oh no. The second now she'll put the pieces together and realize it must have been us, not Vinny. Blat blat. Aim at the back of her head and fire. Her skull explodes in a mess of blood and gore. She topples to the ground. Jesus. I sag against the lobby counter, feeling like I might be sick. What am I doing? What have I become? I was one to believe the curse is responsible, but if that were the case, I wouldn't be aware of my own actions. This is no long-dead spirit come back for revenge. This is all me. Footsteps behind me make me whirl around. What happened? Joseph. Pressed my free hand against my head. Found out about Willow. To do it. Where's Mike? I locked him in another storage room in the kitchen. They're going to tell Frank. Tell him it was Vinny. Paces back and forth as he cobbles together a story. Mike doesn't know why I locked him in. We'll tell him Vinny was possessed and threatened me. Said I had to get Mike out of the way. And then he killed Willow and Rita and almost killed you, except you got his gun. Okay. Together we return to the common area where Frank is waiting. What's going on? I heard gunshots. Joseph tells his half of the phony tale, and then I tell mine. So he was the possessed one. Figures. Yeah, I guess he was pretty suspicious, huh? At least we survived. You two get Mike, and I'll give you all rooms for the night. Free of charge, of course. Thanks. We'll, do that. Mike's a bit more skeptical when we let him out of the kitchen storage room, but he buys our story once Joseph and I both repeated. As promised, Frank gives us rooms for the night. Lock my door, but I can't sleep. I'll be over tomorrow. Keep remembering each person who died. Just Willow, killed as I looked on. And Vinny, shot in my panic. Finally Rita, whom I shot from behind. Each one, it got worse and worse. Moments I do manage to sleep, I'm tormented by nightmares in which all three of them attack me and try to pull me down into a grave of my own. Time morning comes, I'm more exhausted than ever. Soon people begin returning to town. What breaks out of the inn, much to my relief. Personally, I don't plan to stick around much longer. 7 people trapped in an inn for a single night, and only 4 of us made it out alive. There really is a curse. Way, the sooner I get out of this town, the sooner I'll be able to escape the nightmares. Once more, we depart. What happens if we confess? Good, I have to confess or things will get even worse. Vinny, wait. Turns around. What? Willow's body's in there. She's dead. Dead? Dead? Joseph killed her because he thought she was possessed. I didn't do anything to stop him. Lied about it. I did. And you let Joseph go off alone with Mike? Mike can handle himself. As if in response to my words, a gunshot rings out deeper and deeper within the inn. Oh shit! We exchange glances and take off toward the sound. In the kitchen, Joseph is standing in front of a plain wooden door. His one hand pressed against his shoulder and blood is spreading across the back of his shirt. On the other side of the door, Mike shouts for someone to let him out. Joseph whirls around as we approach. I had to do it. I had to. He killed Willow and shot me. Nice try, you murderer. Murderer? His gaze darts to me and he narrows his eyes. He reaches for something on the counter beside him, behind him. A knife. Oh shit! Then he grabs a gun from within his jacket and points it at him. Just come quietly and no one has to get hurt. No. No! Unlock the door. Joseph turns slowly and unlocks the door. Thank God. How did you people know? Joseph, get in that room. Sure you're not going to kill me? I'll let the law handle you once we're out of here. A rational outsider. Smart move. Get into the room, Joseph. Utterly defeated, Joseph shuffles inside. Mike locks the door behind him. Now, how about an explanation? Walk together back towards the others. I confess my role in Willow's death. Mind staying under guard tonight? No, I understand. I join the others and explain the situation to them. At night, Mike and I stay downstairs while Frank gives Vinny and Rita rooms for the night. It's a long, stressful night. As tired as I am, I don't get a wink of sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I remember Joseph killing Willow. Morning comes, people return to town and soon break into the inn to get us all out. Mike gets Joseph out of the storage room and takes us both to the jail. Joseph will be on trial for murder with me as his accomplice. I explain what happened yesterday. It's like we were in a different world. Can't shake the feeling that the curse is to blame for what happened. They'll act differently when they think there's a murderer among them. Even I acted differently. Hope my prison sentence is short because there's one thing I know for sure. Getting out of this town as soon as I can. Ah! And we're in jail. I'm so sorry. I was gonna say that the itch.io page advertises 25 different outcomes. I think really, I don't know if I'm gonna get to see them all in this video, but at least I want to see all the different unique ending variations. So far we've got, we survive and we leave town. We survive, but we were involved in someone's death. There are... There's two more. Curious to see what happens. Let's backtrack to here. Just a coincidence, bro. How can you say that? It's the only logical conclusion. Maybe you're eager to put your life on the line, but I'm not. Just focus on breaking out of here. Look. He runs to a shelf along the far wall and picks up a hammer. That should do it. Yes, this is perfect. He clutches the hammer against his chest. You're okay. Die here. I'm not. He steps closer to me, still holding the hammer like a lifeline. I can use this. What? This will be enough if we sneak up on her from behind. Wait, are you suggesting we kill Willow? It's the only thing we can do, unless you have a plan to hold out until morning. Now... Willow isn't possessed. The signs point to her. There's not enough evidence to kill her over it. Better her than me. Just focus on breaking out of the inn, okay? No one has to die. We turn together to the inn lobby. Oh, okay. Stop him. Willow, look out! She turns in response to my warning, just in time to duck as Joseph swings the hammer at her head. What are you doing? Joseph glares at me. Is it you then? Are you the one? Is it both of you? Doesn't even make sense! I don't care. It's got to be one of you. Please stop. No one is possessed. No one. Stop saying that. Tackles her to the ground, and she screams. No! I race towards them and reach them just as Joseph slams his hammer into her skull. Oh, Jesus! Stop! Desperate, I try to pull him off her. He turns with a crazed snarl and swings the bloody hammer at my throat. I fall back. I'm not going to die here. Calm down, just calm down! It's haunted my nightmares for years. Being trapped in this town on Halloween. Being another victim of that dead madman. This time, no, I'm not dying here. I'm getting out of this alive. Not just for me. I throw myself backwards and look around desperately for something I can use to defend myself with. Last, my gaze lands on the inn's cash box. It looks heavy enough to do some damage if I can hit him with it. Though hard enough to knock him out, might kill him instead. Oh boy. Run for the stairs. Turn around and run. Ah! Chases me, but I run as fast as I can for the stairs. Down here. Alone. Get upstairs. Maybe the others can help me. It's you, I know it's you. Hammer swings through the air just behind me, and my heart leaps into my throat. Reach the bottom step and take them two at a time. Partway up, I hear a startled gasp from the landing above. Rita is in front, followed by Vinny, a man in a police uniform, and another man that they're helping. All four stare in horror as I race up the stairs with Joseph in pursuit. Joseph, what are you doing? He's trying to kill me. He already killed Willow. It's one of them. I know it is. They're working together. Stop. Officer Mike, can't you? The police officer has already drawn his gun, leaving Vinny to support most of the old man's weight. Stand down, Joseph. Reach the landing and turn around. Joseph is moving slower now, but he's still on his way up the stairs after me. Die here. Won't. No one has to die tonight. Just calm down. You want me to calm down? Yes, I do. Holding the gun with one hand, he reaches out with the other. Just give me that hammer. Joseph stares at him for a long moment before he finally hands over the hammer. He grips his hair and runs back down the stairs. Let's go. Frank, we'll be able to get the door open. Older man snorts. Should be able to, although how you got it locked is beyond me. Mike holsters his gun and hands the hammer to Vinny, who accepts it even though he looks like he'd rather do anything else. Let's get the door open. We'll slowly make our way back down the staircase. Mike helps Frank limp over to the door. Frank pulls out a set of keys and inserts the largest key into the lock. Alright. Let's come back from this. Bad luck? Possible. Any door can break. Huh. Mine never broke before. We've certainly had an unusual streak of bad luck today, on Halloween of all days. Yes, that adds a complication. Let me guess, more bad news. I've seen enough over the years to make me believe the curse is real. Matthew Hare has possessed someone. He wouldn't just trap us somewhere. It could have been one of us. That sounds familiar. It was Willow. I'm sure of it. Willow or Katie. It had to be Willow, but Katie stopped me. Get out of here and away from him as fast as possible. Let's sit down and talk this over. Best thing we can do is keep an eye on one another until morning comes. Helps Frank into the inn's common area and sits down alongside him. Now we're getting to the scene from before. The rest of us slowly follow. Joseph's gaze darts around at all of us, like he might think we might attack him at any moment. Like being trapped here, especially not with him, or can't come fast enough. I'm afraid it's already pretty obvious to me who our prime suspect is. Willow? No, you. Me? We caught you in the act of trying to kill someone. We know you killed Willow, too. We've had 2 murders to his name if we hadn't arrived when he did. It's gotta be him. Oh boy. No. No, you've got it all wrong. Just calm down. It's Willow or Katie. It had to be one of them. Can't have been both of them. You really thought it was Rita. Why did you attack Katie next? Willow, I mean. She tried to stop me, so I thought maybe it was her. That's plausible, but you must understand how it sounds. What are you going to do? Nothing. Nothing? If no one tries anything, nothing needs to be done. As long as we keep an eye on each other for the rest of the night, nothing can go wrong. But if you fall asleep, she's still. He checked his head several times. Something wrong. Stay, but not while she's here. Lunges for me! Ah! You're just waiting for your chance to kill me, aren't you? Aren't you? No, I'm... Gets his hands around my neck and I choke. Jesus, I won't die here. I won't die here. I won't die. 2 guns fire at the same time. Blat blat. Joseph's body collapses on top of me. What? Shaken, I push him off. Pulls over next to me, dead. Mike and Vinny both have guns drawn and aim at Joseph. Thank you. I think he really was going to kill me. Can't believe that just happened. Does this mean Joseph was the one possessed? I would like to believe so. Just a minute. Why does this guy have a gun? Me? What's it to you? Seems awfully suspicious. My. Now that I think about it, Vinny is the whole reason we were trapped in the inn. I see. So there's a chance Joseph was really frightened, not possessed. I mean, yeah. But also no. Also maybe. You're all nuts. Please stay calm. Home. I stop at a small town on my way home to be with my family. Nice little town to spend Halloween, or so I think. Next thing I know, I'm locked in an inn with a bunch of crackpots who believe one of them is possessed. Things happen pretty strange around here, though. Nothing has happened here tonight that can't be explained away by paranoia. He has a point. You have no real reason to suspect me of anything. And you won't mind sitting with us here all night long. Yes? Don't want to be rude, but it seems to me you're awfully eager for us to all stay together overnight. Is there a problem? It seems like the safest solution to me. Just, we'll probably fall asleep, but you're trained to stay awake even when you're tired, aren't you? I can assure you I'll be awake to protect everyone. To protect us? Or to kill us? You actually suspect me. Matthew Hare could possess anyone, even you. Have I given you any reason to suspect me? Well, it just occurred to me that you were upstairs when we got here. I didn't know that for a while. Should have done something to the door ahead of time to trap us here. Oh, okay, yep. Now we decide who dies. Black. First, I don't plan to stick around much longer. 4 of us made out alive. There really is a curse. The way, the sooner I get out of this town, the sooner I'll be able to escape the nightmares. And alas, we are free once again. Just out of curiosity, what happens if we might just stay here? All alone? You're nuts! Just moved here and you guys want me to leave already? It's a bit of a hassle. Still, to stay in an empty town by yourself, I don't know. Where do people go anyway? Some visit relatives, okay. We'll just go to the next town over though, it's about 20 miles away. Hotel there loves the business. In terms of things I haven't tried, they believe in a curse. If it had any sense, you'd believe in it too. You say a curse. That's right, they think the spirit of some dead guy is going to. You can explain it once we are safely away from here. For now, Vinny, we desperately need the use of your car. Is there no point in me standing around an empty inn by myself? Sure, let's go. You know what, let's split up. Split up. Alright. If either of us runs into danger, we'll just shout for help. Got it. She heads toward the left wing, so I take the right. Open the door to the first room, numbered room 4. It's empty. I check the bathroom just to be sure, then return to the hall. The other wing I can hear Rita opening another door. I move on to room 5. Who are you? Ah! An elderly man is sitting on the bed, giving me a suspicious look. Never seen you around here before. You a visitor? Just moved into town. My name's Katie. I'm Frank. I'm the innkeeper. You didn't think anyone else was still in town? Wouldn't be here if I had a choice. Nods toward his leg, which is bruised and swollen. Fell down while checking to make sure the rooms were empty. You're the innkeeper. You must have a key to the front door, right? That's right. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a set of keys. Why? A group of us came inside, but the door locked behind us. Shouldn't be possible without the keys. Did you hear us downstairs? Afraid not. There's a man who said he rang the bell. I was a bit distracted. Besides, not like I could have gone downstairs even if I heard. Can I have the keys? Everyone is panicking. We really need to get the door open. Ah. What? You think I'm going to hand over my keys to someone I never met before? You can't walk yourself. You might be planning to run off and leave me here. Or maybe you're possessed by that dead fellow. Planning to lock me in. It's ridiculous. Say what you like, but you're not getting these keys. Oh boy. Ask who you would trust. He doesn't trust me because we've never met. There's someone here he would trust. Who would you trust with the keys? Officer Mike. He's already evacuated. He was here helping me. Said he'd be right back. Gives me a suspicious look, as if he suspects I did something. Right, I'll see if I can find Officer Mike. I'll be back. Right back out of the room and into the hall. There's no sign of Rita. Huh. She can't still be searching the rooms, can she? I was in there talking to Frank for a while. Better go downstairs to see if she returned without me. Stairs creak under my footsteps as I head back down. Downstairs in the lobby, Willow and Vinny are standing by the door. Doesn't look like they've made any progress. Joseph paces nearby, looking miserable and even more distressed than when we left. They look up. Katie, what happened to Rita? Mean she didn't come down first? No. Strange, I wonder what's taking her so long. Joseph stops pacing, stares at me with wide eyes, but doesn't say a word. If she doesn't come down soon, I'll go check on her. I bet you will. What is that supposed to mean? I don't understand. Why did you come down alone? And a man named Frank upstairs. He got stuck in here because he injured his leg. I figured he was the one we heard. Man, how many people are stuck here? He also said Officer Mike was here helping him, but I don't know if that means he's here at the inn or out in town somewhere. Here at the inn. A sudden voice makes me jump, and we all look up at the stairs. I was checking the rooms, and who did I find but Officer Mike? He was here helping Frank. Did you talk to Frank? He said he'd trust you with the keys. Yep, and I've got them. Holds up the set of keys the innkeeper had. Oh, thank God. Mike hurries down the stairs and opens the door. He inserts one of the keys in the lock, but smoothly. Then he twists it and tries the door. Nothing happens. That's strange. Tries again. Door key works, but it still won't open. Be blocking the door. Put a barricade set up outside, that's possible. There's nothing to worry about. If you trapped us in here, would be stuck outside. This was one of us who came in last. Honestly suggesting one of us blocked the door from the outside without us noticing. It's possible. They set it up so that we could pull it towards the door as it's shut. You seem to have put a lot of thought into this, Joseph. Not really, Wait, are you accusing me? Calm down, all of you. Accusing one another won't get us anywhere. Just sit down and talk about this rationally. No, to sit and talk. We should be finding a way to bust out. One of us really is possessed by the spirit of Matthew Hayer. A situation like that is exactly what could give him the opening he needs to claim a victim. Or for someone to panic and do something irrational. Best thing we can do is keep an eye on one another until morning comes. Walks into the inn's common area and sits down. After a moment, the rest of us all do the same. Like being trapped here. Is there really a chance one of us did it on purpose? Wow, we just all look at each other. Well, at least we can all agree that I didn't do it. Oh, okay, we've seen this. Oh. Now we're getting into accusations. This is unbelievable. Going to kill me? No. Lies, I know you are. I've always known I'd die this way. Now calm down. No one needs to die. What do you recommend me do? Nothing. Sorry, what? No one tries anything, nothing needs to be done. Seen this? Calm down. Get the stories. It'll be, just wait until you fall asleep and then... I will not fall asleep while guarding you, I promise. You can say that now, but we'll be the ones to pay the price. Lunged at Willow, raising a hammer. No! Two guns fire at the same time. Joseph's body falls limp to the ground. What? Mike and Vinny both have guns drawn, aimed at Joseph. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Can't believe he tried to kill you. I know. My goodness. Does that mean Joseph was the one possessed? I would like to believe so. Just a minute. Hi, Vinny. He's got a gun. Uh-oh. We're going down the same path now. Okay, same outcome. Let's take the keys by force, just see what happens. I'm sorry, but I need those keys. March over to him and reach out. He has a tight grip on the keys, but I wrap my hand around his and start to pry his fingers loose. Oh no, you don't. Pushes me away, but I move faster, grappling with him. Just give me the keys. Help! Somebody help. Between his age and his injury, he isn't strong enough to wrench the keys from his grip. Back for you after we unlock the door. You're back out of the room and into the hall. There's no sign of Rita. Inside the room, Frank is still yelling. This could be a problem. If you get downstairs fast and unlock the door so I can return the keys to him. Stairs creak under my footsteps as I head back down. Hi, everyone. I got the keys from the innkeeper. I put the keys and hurried toward the front door. Keys? Then we're saved. I mean, Frank is here too? Yeah, he hurt his legs, so he's stuck upstairs for now. I'm sure he'll forgive me for borrowing his keys once we're able to escape. Right beside the door, look at the set of keys. Finally, I start trying each one until I find a large brass key that slips smoothly into the lock. Yes! Twist it and pull on the door. It doesn't budge. Huh? Try pushing the door instead. Still nothing. Puzzled, I try the remaining keys, but none fit. What's wrong? The key fits in the lock, but the door won't open. The view from the staircase makes me jump. Look up and see Rita coming down the stairs, but she isn't alone. Officer Mike is with her. You're alive. Wait, did he think I killed her? And Officer Mike? Turns out he's the one we heard. He's helping Frank. I understand you folks have gotten yourselves locked in. Possibly. I just tried the key and it didn't work. It fits, but the door still won't open. That's not good. Ahem. Does anyone have any... Oh. So I think I know who did it. What? You do? Yes, I think it's Katie. Hello. Can't believe what I'm hearing. Me? Why would you say this, Rita? I talked to Frank before he came downstairs. He said Katie attacked him. I did was take his keys. You attacked an injured old man because you couldn't wait a few minutes to try unlocking the door? He refused to give them to me, and we needed to get out. What was I supposed to do? You were one of the last ones to enter the inn. You could have trapped us all in here. Uh-oh. Now come on. Don't you see this is ridiculous? Katie, you're new to town, aren't you? That's right. If none of us knew you before Halloween. It would make possession that much more difficult to detect. Of course, she's the perfect choice. Uh-oh. You really all think I'm possessed? It's just our theory right now. What are you going to do? Nothing. What? No one tries anything. Nothing needs to be done. As long as we keep an eye on each other for the rest of the night, nothing can go wrong. Fine. All I have to do is sit here all night. That's fine with me. Are you sure this is a good idea? The only way we can survive this night without further bloodshed. Fine with this. We're just gonna sit here staring at each other all night. Not like I have anything better to do. I hope everyone is comfortable. We're going to be sitting here all night long. Morning arrives. We're all still alive. I can hardly believe we all made it. Wow, that went well. With the arrival of morning, everyone else begins to return to town. Soon they're able to break us all out. Getting into the fresh air again is a relief. Take a deep breath and let it out. We're all alive. We're all alive. I'm so glad. Frank, how are you holding up? Is your leg feeling better? Get to a doctor, but I'm doing all right. Looks like I can finally move on. It's been fun, but I'm out of here. Wait just a moment, please, all of you. What is it? From what people have been saying, is it true that we all remember what happened yesterday? Sure, why? Legend claims the person who was possessed doesn't remember what happened. You're right, we never did figure out who it was. Everything. I'm scared to death. I was quite frightened as well. I'm just glad to be out of there. I thought for sure I'd doom myself getting stuck here on Halloween. I remember everything that happened. You see? none of us were possessed after all. Oh, wait a minute. Would Matthew Haver just skip a year? Because there is no curse. It was all in our minds. You know, it makes a lot of sense. I don't know. Still leaving next Halloween. Look over there. Those tacks on the ground. Must have run over them in my car. That's what happened to my tires. Bet I'll find out the door was an accident, too. It looks like this wasn't such a terrible Halloween after all. Hey! I hear you all got trapped at the town on Halloween. That's right, but we all survived. How did you manage that? No one was possessed. Seems like your curse is just the result of coincidence and paranoia. Hang on, are you two visitors? You must have had awful bad luck to choose our town to pass through on Halloween. Tell me about it. Not a visitor. I just moved into town. We met yesterday. We did? Must have slipped my mind. Uh-oh. Anyway, I'm off. I have some work to catch up on. Oh, me too. Losing a whole day is so inconvenient. I'm just glad I don't have to file all the police reports I was expecting. Got to find someone to fix this door. It's over. It's really over. Think. Go say some prayers. So it looks like everyone is leaving. So I'll finish moving in. I head back towards my house, feeling like a weight has been lifted up from my shoulders. This is my new home, after all. Now that we don't have to worry about a curse, I think I'm going to like it here. Hey! Aw, friends. All of us. I think we inadvertently stumbled into the best possible outcome there. Really, ultimately, the kicker was getting the suspicions onto ourselves. If they fall on Willow, Joseph tries to kill Willow and dies. Did I really meet that young woman yesterday? The stress of Halloween really gets to me. Memories are always such a blur. As if... can't be. The mayor gets possessed every year. Still, though, really can't remember anything that happened. Oh no. Okay, so best. We see people die and leave town. We make people die and go to jail. There's still one more. Really curious how to get. I want to get that before I call this series over. One thing I'm curious about is we go back here. I have a plan. What is it? There are two of us, so we have the advantage. We'll play it cool for now to make sure she lowers her guard. Make this good enough to cut through his panic. Then when the time is right, we'll work together to subdue her and lock her up until morning. It would be nice to get through this without killing anyone. We can do it as long as we work together. Alright, I'll follow your lead. It's dangerous. He hefts his hammer. Worry, it won't come to that. Alright, moving along. Come on, let's try the big window that faces the street. Yes, alright. He follows me to the window, although he keeps looking back at Willow. He's returned to her search for the key, seemingly oblivious to his distress. We can get out of here. That'll make everything easier. Yes, of course. He lifts the hammer and smashes it against the window with all his strength. It bounds and he yelps. There isn't even a scratch on the glass. Don't tell me the glass is reinforced. God. He sounds like he might start panicking again, but before he can, the staircase creaks. We all look up. Rita leads the way down the stairs, followed by Vinny, a man in a police uniform, and another older man they're helping. Alright. I understand you folks have had some trouble with the door. That's right. We locked in. Does Frank have the key? That I do. Oh, thank God. tried to break a window, but it didn't work. Alright. Easily tries the door, nothing happens. What'd you people do? What? It's not locked. You broke it. Excuse me? Tried the key. Nothing happened. Door's broken. Possible any door can break. Oh, mine never broke before. Certainly had an unusual string of bad luck today. On Halloween of all days. Yes, that adds a complication. What is it? I've seen enough over the years to make me believe the curse is real. And we're still... saying the saboteur has to be someone here in the inn. Would we have noticed what they were doing? Would we have? We were so anxious to escape, I barely remember any of it now. Suggest we all sit down and talk this over calmly. Best thing we could do is keep an eye on one another until the morning comes. Walks into the inn's common area and sits down. After a moment, the rest of us all do the same. Like being trapped here. Is there really a chance one of us did it on purpose? Wow, we just all look at each other. I think it's Willow. What? Okay, it's just going to go the same, or? You're always denying the curse, and you're the one who noticed Vinny's car. Oh, my, that's right. Willow hadn't noticed the car, we wouldn't be in here at all. Is this going to talk down Joseph from attacking her? Doing our plan. Or plan of sorts. Wonder. That's hardly evidence. It's imperfect, but I must admit, more evidence points toward you right now than to anyone else. This is unbelievable. So glances at me. Don't worry, officer. Don't worry. Officer Mike is right. With all of us together, Willow couldn't do anything, even if she is possessed. Okay, I believe you. Okay, Joseph doesn't die today. That's a plus. I think I actually got through to him. I hope everyone is comfortable. We're going to be sitting here all night long. There's the matter of... when morning arrives, we're all still alive. Oh! I can hardly believe we all made it. Huh. We survived. Yeah, I'll be damned, we survived. Okay, that's another route to the best ending. Interesting. So way number 2 to the best end is to just talk him down. Really curious to figure out what the last one is, though. Rip. Poor Mayor. Let's go. I'll come too. Oh, thank you. Yes, safety in numbers, right? Trying to subdue Officer Mike. That makes sense. Splitting up into a group of 3 and 3 has to be safest. Best you stay put until we find Willow. He heads off, and Joseph and I follow. Mike searched the dining area first, and the kitchen. All the while, Joseph and I pretend to help, even though we know we won't find Willow. What's going to happen when he finally checks the storage room? What is Joseph planning? Joseph looks like he's getting more nervous by the minute. It's concerning. Could she have gone in here? Don't mind Rita and, don't mind those two behind me. He opens a plain wooden door at the back of the kitchen and peers inside. Willow, are you in here? What is that room? Looks like it's for storing canned goods. It's pretty big. We had better search it. If something happened and she lost consciousness, she could be back there. But we better check, just in case. Steps into the room. Willow? Glances back. Aren't you two going to help? Don't seem like your hearts are in this search. Oh, he's getting suspicious. Why not? We'll help him. Take a cautious step inside. The room is cool and dark. Willow, are you in here? Mike heads deeper into the back, and I take another step as well. Willow? Door slams shut behind us. Spin around. Oh, okay, this is new. Joseph! His voice is muffled on the other side of the door, but still audible. Sorry about this, Katie. Mike runs to the door and tries to open it, but the lock clicks and it refuses to budge. Have you lost your mind? I had to do it. Can't let anyone find out. About me? Might have given me up. Can't trust you. Not until morning. Sorry about this. Joseph! I put myself against the door, but it's futile. Soft footsteps carry him away. Sigh, I face Mike. Mind giving me an explanation? He killed Willow. You knew? Yes. Why didn't you say anything? He said people wouldn't understand if we tried to explain. Means she was possessed. Thought so, anyway. And you? I don't know. Willow, possessed. It's possible. Given Joseph's erratic behavior, I have to wonder if it's him instead. Possessed or not, Joseph is probably a threat to the others in his current state. Why didn't I stop him? What have I done? Well, like it or not, we're stuck in here. Do you think the others will hear us if we shout? The way this inn is built, not unless they're in the kitchen. We have to eat eventually, right? Right. Might even need something from in here. What if Joseph planned for that? I guess we'll just have to wait until we hear activity out there. We sit together in the dark room, waiting. Neither of us has much to say. Neither of us really trusts the other right now. At a time like this, it seems so easy for someone to do things they'd never normally condone. Time creeps by. Oh, and a gunshot rings out. What was that? Someone's shooting out there. We wait, tense, but nothing else happens. The scene would be more tense if the other three sprites weren't still in the scene accidentally. No one comes into the kitchen to hear our cries for help. Night falls and we're still alone. It's a long, uncomfortable night. Doubt either of us gets any sleep. It's morning. Someone should come for us soon, right? We'll return to town. They should be able to break into the inn to get us all out. We wait. Last we hear sounds of activity in the kitchen. Help! We're in here! Sounds outside quiet, then grow inquisitive. In here! The voice came from behind that door. I unlocked the door just when we burst out into the kitchen. Vinny and Rita and innkeeper are still in there. Officer Mike? And you, who are you? Just moved into town. We met yesterday. We did? Sorry, it must have slipped my mind. Anyway, what happened to you two? Joseph locked us in. Joseph did? Not the stranger, Vinny? Why would Vinny have locked us in? He's the only other guy who survived. His words hit me like a lead weight. And Mike. Together we followed the mayor out of the inn, bracing ourselves to learn what happened. The gunshot we heard came from a gun belonging to Vinny. He killed Joseph. The current hypothesis is that Joseph killed Frank and Rita before Vinny shot him. Why? Some think he was possessed. Others think he didn't want the others to learning what he'd done to us. Everyone is horrified by what happened, but maybe not as horrified as they should be. Their horror is because we were trapped in town on Halloween, and because the curse claimed 4 more victims. They all seem to think that the 3 of us are fortunate for surviving the night. I don't feel very lucky at all. No one is going to look too closely into what happened yesterday. After all, it was due to the curse. The spirit of Matthew Hay was to blame, as far as anyone is concerned. Can't live in a town like this. Wanted to come here, but now I know I won't stay. Getting out of here as soon as I can. Maybe then the nightmares will end. Yep, okay. We still can't get that fourth outcome, though. Just to see what'll change here, let's play dumb. Really, because it sure sounded like you two were on something together. No, not at all. He draws his gun. What are you doing? I want to be ready, just in case. Just in case I try to kill him, he means? I slump back against the wall and shake my head. This is such a mess. But like it or not, we're stuck in here. Do you think the others will hear us if we shout? I think we're pretty much... Yep. Let's back up a bit. So just splitting up. Might make better progress if we split up. What? I thought you wanted to safety in numbers. Well, I've been thinking. You're a police officer and you have a gun. You should be able to protect yourself as long as Joseph and I stick together. We should be fine, too. Yes, it's a good idea. While you finish checking around here, we'll check the areas closest to the lobby. Like the storage room where Willow's body is. Well, alright, if you're sure. I think it's a good idea. Let's go. Turn around and hurry away from the kitchen. It's a brilliant idea. Oh, I have to do something. Head straight for the storage room. Frank is nearby, supporting himself against the counter and looking through papers, but he barely looks up as we pass. Joseph and I hurry through the door marked staff. We stop dead in our tracks and we find ourselves facing Rita and Vinny. What are you doing in here? We decide to look for her ourselves. You weren't supposed to do that. You were supposed to stay with Frank. We said it was okay, since we weren't going far, and look what we found. Mounted Willow's body on the ground. Reckon she just walked in here and died? Oh, you found her. Shouldn't the two of you be shocked to find her dead? Both looked scared, not shocked. You did it, didn't you? Wordless cry, Joseph lunges for the bloody hammer lying on the ground by Willow. Then he grabs something from within his jacket. A gun. It's a gun! My cry has no effect on Joseph, who snatches up the hammer, even as Vinny fires. Joseph falls back with a scream. Rita darts forward and grabs me, pinning my arms behind my back despite my efforts to get away. Why did you do it? Why? He said Willow was possessed. Why didn't you tell us? He said no one would believe it. Can't stop looking at Joseph dying on the ground. Vinny shot him so easily, like it was nothing to him. Now he has the gun pointed at me. Give you a chance, Katie. You agree to stay on our guard until morning comes and we get out of here. Well, this might be. Let's agree first and foremost. Will, I swear it. Peter looks at Vinny and nods. He lowers his gun but doesn't put it away. No funny business now. Rita steps past me and grabs the doorknob. Doesn't open. Uh-oh. What? How can it be locked? The old man locked us in. Frank was close enough to the door that he might have been able to reach it, even with his injury, but why would he do something like that? Frank? Frank, are you out there? You're all a bunch of murderers. What? They killed Willow, and you two jumped at the chance to kill them. I don't know which one of you is possessed, but you're staying in there until morning. This is ridiculous. None of us are possessed. That's exactly what a possessed person would say. There's no way to reason with him. No matter what we say, he refuses to unlock the door. When Mike returns, we try again, but it seems Frank is able to convince him this is for the best. Resigned to being trapped with Rita and Vinny, I sit down and stare at the two bodies. If no one was possessed, then this would have happened if it wasn't for the curse. Don't try anything. Like I would. Why are you so invested in this anyway? You didn't even know them. Family to get home to. Can't let a murderer run loose. Oh. It's a long, uncomfortable night. Vinny and Rita talk to each other occasionally, but neither of them say anything to me. Barely get any sleep. The little sleep I do manage is haunted by nightmares. When morning comes, people return to town and soon break into the inn to get us all out. Frank and Mike unlock the door and tell everyone what happened. While there's some debate about whether or not Joseph or Willow had been possessed, no one suggested about me. I'm arrested as an accomplice to murder. I explained what happened yesterday, like we were in a different world. Can't shake the feeling that the curse is to blame for what happened. People act differently when they think there's a murder among them. Even I acted differently. I hope my prison sentence is short, because there's one thing I know for sure. I'm getting out of this town as soon as I can. Yep. Go directly to jail, Katie. Do not pass go. Alright, let's try to escape. As we get away, who knows what they might do? Yes, of course. As soon as Rita's grip relaxes, I twist free and race for the door. Just need to get out of this room. Surprise gives me the advantage. I use the shells for cover as Vinny fires his gun. Jars shatter all around me. I reach Mike. Maybe he'll help me. I reach the door and grab the knob. I twist it. Nothing happens. It was unlocked when I came in here. What in the world? Frank, he was close enough to the door that he could have locked me with his injury. Why? Vinny fires again and I stumble. Vicious pain rips through me. I fall to the ground, my vision going hazy. I blink up at Rita, who steps past me towards the door. How could it be locked? I don't understand. Did the old man lock us in? There's shouts for someone to unlock the door. The last thing I hear as my vision goes black. Katie died. Might be it. Might be it. Have to see if that counts as an ending CG in the gallery or not. Yep, that's it. Katie has died. Okay. That's gonna be it for not it. Ironically. It's a weird sentence to say. Really enjoyed this. All in all, it's a relatively short game, obviously because it's for a game jam, but we got 2 hours out of it just exploring different options and different paths and different ways things could play out. He said there was 25 possible outcomes, and I don't know, I lost count of how many different endings we got on the road to getting our 4 CGs, but I feel like we had to have got at least half? Over half? Someone in the comments give me a tally of the number of times you heard we reached the credits. I'd be curious to know. But yeah, just the number, the ways. I really enjoyed the ways that all of the ways things could change depending on your choices. In most cases, some choices just give you a brief bit of extra dialogue before going back to the main plot line, but there were still some of them in this case, but a large majority of things really directly altered the course of events. And that's just, I love that kind of stuff. Like, ironically, in terms of tone and gameplay structure, a relatively short experience with lots of possible branching outcomes. This reminds me of Elevator, which I played earlier in the year. Which, this came first, ironically. This came out last year's Spooky Game Jam, and Elevator was this year, I think? I don't know. I don't know. This year feels like it's been 10 years. Christ. But still, they're both really charming, really interesting experiences, all in all. And I think really the tone of this game really gave me vibes of like a Twilight Zone almost. Twilight Zone / murder mystery story. Very much we're trapped in an inn with potentially supernatural hauntings occurring. Things can change on a dime. People can turn on each other in a dime. People are gonna die, potentially. And I particularly enjoyed the cruel twist in the good end, the golden end, where it's a case of, oh, we know that whoever was cursed doesn't remember what happened the night before. We all made it through, so hey, there's no curse! And then the mayor, not remembering meeting Katie yesterday. Oh, my memory is blurry. Ah, dun dun dun. I was gonna say, I get why that's the golden end curse. The golden end stinger. Well, I do wonder if... I feel like that might have also been just an effective hook to include on any of the other ending paths. We all die, where Katie witnesses people dying, believes it's the curse, decides to leave, or goes to jail. And then we find out, we the player and the stinger find out that it wasn't the curse. They really did just kill each other out of paranoia, caused by the propagation of the curse through the years. I don't know, that's up for debate, but I feel like that might have been a cruel twist to throw on one of the normal ends, where Katie just leaves to get away from the curse. And there was nothing to get away from. Just Joseph broke first, and he died, and then we all kind of got bought into the curse talk, and other people died. When we managed to get through it without anyone else dying, and yeah, the two outcomes I found were what? One, we attacked Frank. We took Frank's keys by force. That resulted in us being suspected of being possessed. And then we all waited out the night and no one died. Fair enough. The other one... I like the other way we found to get the best end. I like that better. We actually managed to talk down Joseph from attacking Willow, so Joseph doesn't get shot to death. And we waited it out. The true path where cooler heads prevailed. I wonder if there's more ways to get the best possible end. I mean, with 25 outcomes in total, I feel like the likelihood is high. But yeah, obviously I enjoyed this. I mean, I just spent 2 hours hunting for different possible outcomes, different endings, and not disappointed at all with the different outcomes we found. A lot of variations of events, even just among the basic routes that we have. The Willow, we are an accessory to murder route. Things go wild. One way or another. And yeah, just For such a short game, for a game on the shorter end, it's just... I love lots of branching paths. Give me all the branches. Give me all the endings. Give me all the bad endings. I love this stuff. And I enjoyed my time with not it. If you want to explore and find more of the outcomes I did, feel free to pick this up on itch.io. I have the link in the description below. But until next time, until then... What was I doing just now? I don't remember. My memory's... everything's kind of a blur. Well... Oh well.